up, and this is why we're talking about it negatively, would be just us jumping to conclusions. I just think, all in all, to say that Justin Bieber's career is suffering from a bit of a downer right now is us just jumping to conclusions. I think that what we should be doing, more so than talking about him negatively, is offering support to him. I am one who has been known to criticize a lot of celebrities, and Justin Bieber is one of them who I've criticized a lot. But when I actually sit back and take all these reports and kind of analyze each one individually, I think it's really just the media trying desperately to find something negative to talk about. Justin Bieber, with how much attention he's gotten within the first few years of his career, a guy who hasn't even surpassed his prime years yet. I just think with all the success, all the accolades, all the acknowledgments he's received from awards, all the positive things he's done for charity over the years, since the age of 13, 14, when one of his first major singles premiered on syndicated radio and had a music video produced for it, I think that because of his popularity, that is the biggest contributing factor to why we're seeing Justin Bieber talked about in this kind of regard, in this kind of light. I think years from now, this time of Justin Bieber's career is going to be looked back at by him and all his representatives, and it's going to be laughed at. It's going to be made one of the biggest jokes out of when it comes to entertainment and times of celebrities' careers when they were going through a bit of a downtime. Justin Bieber's probably seen his years of depression. Of course, if you saw the Justin Bieber documentary that was released theatrically, his mother talks very openly about herself and him and how they came from nothing, and how if it weren't for her parents, Justin Bieber and herself probably wouldn't have gotten to the position they are in now. Justin Bieber is obviously going to be very thankful for YouTube and help provide him with an open forum to showcase his talent. Being described as one of the biggest celebrities in the entire world is an accolade that he definitely earned. And I think that, it has to be really frustrating, if anything, for a lot of independent artists who record hundreds of YouTube videos for themselves. I've talked about this a lot. It's very frustrating. I understand how the independent world works. You record hundreds of YouTube videos for yourself, and you really never amount to anything. Some independent artists get lucky enough to probably get maybe 100,000 views or something like that, and they're never, discovered or anything. I understand where your frustration lies, but I think that Justin Bieber is someone who, takes every day as it comes, and, he definitely counts his blessings, because he probably could have never been discovered, and probably would be in the same situation he was years ago today. So if it wasn't for things like YouTube and the fan support that he received after being discovered, I think he's very thankful for it. I just don't think it's a situation where Justin Bieber's tired of all the accolades, all the accomplishments, and, because he's done everything so quickly, he's had such a rapid ascension, he's resorting to putting himself out there to be talked about negatively. I think that fans are causing Justin Bieber to lash out, and you can't help but support him when he's trying to defend himself on Twitter these days. I go back to last summer when photos of himself first appeared on his Twitter account of him playing beer pong. I mean, the guy was underage, yes, but I mean, he can do it. If he can do it and get away with it, you really got to support him. He's Justin Bieber in that case, and he can do whatever he wants. He's someone who has, achieved a lot of success. He's making his agents and his representatives very proud. So should we be making a big deal out of a photo of himself playing beer pong on his Twitter account? Should we be making a big deal out of his recent Anne Frank comments on Twitter? Should we be making a big deal out of confrontations with fans that fans are probably being the instigators of? It's not necessarily the fault of Justin Bieber to, this extent. It's the fault of both parties. It's the fault of Justin Bieber, and it's also the fault of the instigators. It's not necessarily Justin Bieber as the instigator and the person that we should be putting all the blame on. I think that in years to come, like I just said here, Justin Bieber's downtime of his career is going to be looked at as something that's going to be laughed at in interviews. It's going to be laughed at very critically by the reviewers of Justin Bieber's career 10 or 15 years from now. And 10 or 15 years from now, he will still be, in my opinion, one of the biggest celebrities of the entire world. He's not going to go from being on the center stage of entertainment to performing in bars or at independent events. He's going to be someone who's going to be talked about endlessly from now until the time that he dies. He's going to be someone who's going to go down in history, I truly believe, as one of the greatest of all time. When he first appeared on the scene, there was a lot of skepticism on Justin Bieber, but after he first appeared, he got endless amount of support from fans, and it was because of that support that Justin Bieber got to where he is. And you can bet your last dime that Justin Bieber is very thankful for that. He knows this because he's continuously acknowledging his fans. It's either you're with me or you're against me in Justin Bieber's opinion, and I think that you got to give him a lot of credit for being very open. He's not someone who kind of kayfabes how he truly feels. At least the guy is honest, and he's very open with his fans, and I think that those kind of people are one in a million. If Justin Bieber was endlessly coming on Twitter and saying, thank you for your support, you guys are the best, he would be pretty much just like every other celebrity. But because he's very vocal with certain fans and certain situations that happened in his career, I think that puts him in an entirely different category from the Lindsay Lohans of the world, from the Justin Timberlakes of the world, from the Nick Lachey's of the world, from the Avril Lavigne's of the world. You can think about any celebrity that you want, and I think that Justin Bieber is up there in an entirely different category, on an entirely different pedestal that is ultimately higher than some of the biggest entertainment names, because of how he separates himself and how he's very opinionated when it comes to a situation. You take into consideration the Mariah Yetta story from several years ago and how big that was and how he dealt with that. Himself and his representatives dealt with that very openly. His opinion on that was very honest, and you have to give him credit for that. And the situations with the fans and the paparazzi where he actually gets into almost fist fights with them, you can't necessarily say that Justin Bieber was the instigator of all this. It's just how he's continuously tortured. It's how he's continuously talked about. The guy can tweet about what he had for breakfast in the morning, and it's reviewed critically. And I wish this kind of thing would cease to exist, but it's never going to cease to exist. For me to come on here and say that we will see a day when this kind of thing will cease to exist would be a statement of absolute ludicrousy, because in the depths of your mind that it's never going to cease to exist. It's always going to happen. If not for Justin Bieber, for someone else will be the focal point of entertainment 10 or 15 years from now. It's going to continuously follow Justin Bieber. It will somewhat haunt him, but hopefully he'll get past this predicament. He'll get himself out of this little rut, and he'll look back at this and laugh 15 years from now, like some of the biggest names and most successful people in entertainment have been able to do. I want to come on here and say that this is just absolute nonsense. I want to put this behind me, and I want to move on and talk about something more beneficiary that's happening either in professional sports or entertainment, like this radio show has done over the last 10 or 15 years. And one thing that I want you to take into account is that Justin Bieber just did so many things so rapidly. This is just a situation where there's nothing else better for entertainment to do, so they're immediately going to jump on the bandwagon of supporting Justin Bieber in a negative way, as opposed to supporting him in a positive way. And I wish more positivity would find the way to Justin Bieber, because right now there's too much negativity. But I think we need to look at this as a situation where any publicity is good publicity. This radio show has been no stranger to talking about Justin Bieber's career either in a positive or negative way. It's kind of been half and half. But this audio review on YouTube should be looked at in a positive way, because we are supporting Justin Bieber in his time of need. I think that he needs more support. All the support in the world right now will contribute to Justin Bieber getting past this. No doubt he's trying to come up with ways every day to get past it. And the best thing we can do as fans right now is support him. And I have to tell you, if you're supporting Justin Bieber, let us know about it by a comment on YouTube, by sending us a tweet with a creative hashtag on Twitter, or by joining the conversation with us on Facebook, because I think that you're a diehard fan if you're supporting Justin Bieber with all the negativity that's finding its way to him. And I think that, if we see this kind of fan support continuously for Justin Bieber, ultimately he's going to get past this. Share your Justin Bieber stories with us. Let us know how you're feeling about it. And hopefully he'll get past it. Any support is good support, just as any publicity is good publicity. And, somehow I think that Justin Bieber is just kind of sitting back and laughing at all this negative publicity, because he knows in his own mind that this is not necessarily who he is. It's just how he's being chosen to be perceived by the entertainment world. He's not the first victim of this kind of thing, and he certainly won't be the last. I've got Justin Bieber on the way next. As I played for you at the beginning of the show, Baby, I've got another one of his latest singles. It's called Boyfriend, on the way after the break.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniels' rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which, by the way, is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either, and they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.WrestleZone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name's Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get taller, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Nudelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done.